Y'all are not gonna be able to see me in this video, I don't think. But I'm not gonna present my PowerPoint. Alright, how to follow basic cooking skills, boss and CEO here.
Hello, good morning, boss and CEO here.
Alright, I'm gonna add that little clip in. Okay. Alright, so the materials that I will need are listed here. If you are making cookies, you will have different materials. If you are making pasta, you will have different materials. These are just the materials that I will need. Okay, preparation. Gather all of your materials. You would gather the ones that you will need, and I would gather the ones that I would need. Make sure all materials are available and clean. If materials are dirty, wash and dry to be prepared. If one is reading under the materials on the back of a food package, please gather all the materials listed. That is an example. Okay, next up is hand washing. This is step number 1. You always want to wash your hands first, no matter what the deal is, blah blah. So you will turn the water on and adjust to a warm temperature. Then you'll put your hands underneath the water to get them wet. Then you'll get your soap of choice, not shampoo, and put about a dime-sized dab in the center of your palm. Push your hands together and point them down while you scrub your hands together. Make sure to wash your hands for 30 seconds while not touching the sides of the sink. After 30 seconds are up, rinse your hands completely. After rinse, do not turn the water off. Dry your hands first with a piece of paper towel. Discard the paper towel and get a new one to turn the sink off so your hands will stay clean. Alright, step number 2, preparing. After your hands are washed, gather all your materials, set them out in a neatly manner. For example, the materials you will need go last or further to the side. The materials you will need first will go first or closest to you. Alright, step number 3 is cutting/preparing the fruit. For this step, you will need to be very careful and know basic kitchen safety. For proper kitchen safety, you want to make sure that you have a sharp knife. If the blade is dull, it will not cut. Always cut away from yourself. Do not rush. While you are cutting, make sure you are on a stable cutting board. A stable cutting board will help you by not rolling the board, and you will not get cut. If your knife falls, do not try to catch it. Gently pick it up and make sure it is pointed down and set it to the side. If you cover the knife, you could potentially end up cutting yourself, so be careful. Alright, step number 4 is getting measurements. Getting measurements is very important. Make sure you have the correct measuring cups. Measuring cups will look like this, or one big cup with tiny cups inside of each cup. Also, when getting measurements, make sure to level out the top of the cups so each measurement is correct. Step number 5, preparing the stove. Look at the instructions on the package of what you're preparing and preheat your oven or turn your stove on medium-high heat. Whatever it says on the back of the instructions. Remember, when preheating or turning on the stove, make sure you don't burn yourself. Alright, step number 6, adding in the ingredients. And no, I do not know who that woman is, so don't ask. When adding in the ingredients, make sure to do exactly what is listed on the package. If it states add 1 cup of sugar to 2 2/3 cups of milk and whisk until smooth. Don't miss a single step. If one ingredient that is not on the list of ingredients is added, search up alternatives that will go along with the ingredients to make your dish perfect. This does not always work. Alright, step number 7, dipping. In my recipe, dipping is very important. When the cane mixture is done, I turn the stove down 2 notches and begin to dip. With my right hand, I hold the handle, and with my left hand, I take my desired fruit, each punctured with a toothpick. I hold the toothpick in my left hand and tilt the pot towards me. I dip the whole piece of fruit and then shake off the excess. Now, I dip completely, not halfway. Step number 8, placement. When your dish is done cooking or baking, make sure to serve it accordingly. Plate it accordingly as it states. If you bake cookies, place your cookies in a wire rectangle. If you make pasta, either remove your pasta from the stove so it doesn't burn or plate it as it directs on the package. For my recipe, I will place my grapes into an oven sheet for them to dry. Also face them straight up so the plating is more organized. Step number 9, cleaning up. When cleaning up, always remember to make a hot dish water to soak your dishes in. If you use knives, put the knives on the side and out of the sink. This is so you will not cut yourself when washing one. Always wash the knife away from you. When washing dishes, make sure to clean the whole dish and not just the dirty part. There could be multiple areas in the bottom of the pan that you have missed. When all dishes are done, make sure they are facing downwards so that they will dry properly. Make sure to wipe down the stove and all counters when you are done. Pro tips. If you want to get out of the kitchen faster, clean as you go. For a better outcome, taste your food as you go. Use quality ingredients like name brand, not a name you've never heard of. Clean up any spills immediately. Make sure you are fully prepared before cooking. Keep all loose hair up and out of your face. Do not dig at, pick, or play with your face or hair while cooking. Do not wear long sleeves. Your clothing could get into your food. Do not rush. Take your time. Alright, in conclusion, following basic cooking skills is very easy. If you read all the recipe, you're good to go. If you skim the recipe, you may miss a key step or two. Some recipes are fixable, but others are not and can turn into a whole separate recipe. With this being said, read the full recipe. Okay, here's my reference. You can go look that up if you want to, I don't care.